This is number 5. Bijik. Decent size for a bijik, but do you guys notice I caught much bigger bijiks and crappie on the cigarette butt with the hairs, or even before I lost the tail. It was just larger fish. That's my observations, which doesn't mean that you catch larger fish. That sounds positive. It could be a negative. It could be that you don't catch the smaller fish. Get it? Now that's a negative. But one way or another, the hairs do seem to prevent the smaller fish from biting. Maybe they feel intimidated. Either way, we're done with the float. Let's find something else. When I find the next school, then I'm gonna choose my next lure. These are, what is it, 17, 18 feet down. I like when they're actually very deep. Usually it's nicer fish. I haven't caught one nice crappie today, or a really nice bluegill. I'm too close to these fish, but as long as I don't touch the trolling motor, I still have a chance. Yeah, this is what we're gonna get them with. 1.5 number 10, regular dangly tail, Eradicator VS STSF, 1.7 pound line. Man, it comes out of the rod so easy with this super thin line. 1.7 is nominal strength. Real strength is 1 pound. Even 1 pound I would never hoist with this line. See if there is anything nicer on the bottom. Man, did I snag or got something nice right away? I like fish on the bottom, they're better quality. Yeah, when you don't have the hair, like anything will eat a dangly tail. It just dangles in their face. How can a panfish not eat a dangly tail? That's too unbearable for them. It's like somebody touching under your nose with a feather. You just want to sneeze. It's too unbearable. That's a good quality crappie. Maybe I should take home a few. How long is this? Let's see. They're actually encouraging me, TWRA. I've talked to them. This is 12.5 inch. I'll keep this crappie. They're actually encouraging me to keep the crappie out of here. They tell me they never put crappie in this lake and they don't want crappie in this lake. Oh, I need more water. They say the lake is too small for crappie. Where is all the crappie? Some days I cannot catch one crappie. Everybody talks about overpopulation. I'm sure if there is enough food, they can overpopulate. But I have live scope and I just have to ask, where is all this overpopulated crappie? Where is it? I don't see anything overpopulated, folks. The one thing I learned from live scope, well, I learned many things, but one of the things I learned is how little fish there is in the water. Even lakes you consider overpopulated, all of the fish is bunched up in a few places and the rest of the whole lake is completely empty. They shock some fish from the best spots on the bank and they make these assumptions. But now that you have live scope, go and see where is it overpopulated. I want to see the whole lake full of fish. It's not overpopulated. Anyway, don't want to go on that tangent of all. It's impossible, but I'm going to make the cast. See, only 3 dots on the bottom. There's no way I'm going to get them. I'm going to make this cast. Fish. Wow, it was worth it. Sometimes the larger fish doesn't school. Hunts solo. This one is not very large, man. It is large enough. Nicer fish, man. Nicer fish compared to the... Look. Nicer fish On the bottom is always nicer. Three more. This should not be a problem, and there's no hair here, there's no nothing. Another nice fish it feels. The lure and the depth do make a difference about average size. Yeah, that's not a 12-incher, but I still don't want to lift it with this 1.7 pound line, folks. Okay. That's fish number 3. A simple dango. Oh, I felt something. Fish. Okay, that's the first small bluegill, I think. Tighten up something here. That's the first small bluegill. That's okay as long as it didn't eat the tail only. Caught him on the bottom. He's got a few colors left. As long as the tail is still here, we can complete the 5 fish. Yeah, the dingly tail is not the right lure for baby bluegill. Here's my fish number 5, folks. Yeah, single dingly tail with no hair is probably the easiest way to catch 5 little panfish. They're not that little. Even this one here. How big do you think this one is? Look at, he's got the... Oh, sprayed in my eyeball second time today. He's got the good genes here. That's a good bluegill. That's a 7.5-inch bluegill. You wanna bet? I know it's a small one, but I'm telling you, so many times when I watch my own videos, they look so small on camera. This bluegill is almost 8 inches. Look at this. Look at the tail. I think it might be even 8 inches. That's an 8-inch bluegill. But it's very long and not so thick. In the spring, an 8-inch bluegill can weigh twice as much as this one. Alright, this was pretty easy. Let's see what's left. I think the Chinese lure is left and the Keitech, which is 2 swim baits. Let's take care of the Chinese one first, because it's deeper here. I'm actually certain that I'm gonna catch the fish on the Keitech easier than this one, even though this one is smaller. 2019 Vanford. First time I'm fishing it in a long time. Maybe last year in the winter I fished it again for white bass, but it was on a different rod. Might have been on this rod, I don't remember. How about this one? Fish. Ah! Premature. Hey, finally one of them. I forgot how my old Vanford sounds. It sounds funnier, more merry than the new ones. That's what we got here. Tiny little doodle. Little doodles have no taste. They will eat anything. Catching a baby bluegill is not a good testament to your lure. It is a good testament to your jig, though. Jig that can catch a 4-inch bluegill. You have good hook and it's not too big. That's the 2 takeaways you can make from catching a 4-inch bluegill. Not about the lure though. You can cut a piece of shoelace, twitch it, and they will eat it. I'm surprised. It's a bit of a struggle. Maybe I cast the big Keitech just to check. I think I would have caught a fish on the big Keitech already. Fish. Finally. Not a bad one. Quite a few casts. Yeah, this Vanford sounds nice and feels nice. Yeah, I like this one more. Victor, the teeth are not as big. How can you like it if the teeth is not as big? Well, never been fan of big teeth myself. And this one ate it. Let's go measure it. If it's 12 inches, my keep. I think it will be. It's just short. Your lucky day. Fish. Number 3 feels decent again. I don't know what is it with this Vanford. Old one feels nicer to me. I don't know how to describe it. It's more direct contact. It feels more direct. It's not smoother. This one is no longer smooth. If you feel it, you can tell me, Victor, this one is not that smooth anymore. I still like it. The one that I sold was definitely, smoother than this. I should not have left this, because I've been struggling to catch fish on this little Chinese thing. But it's, I don't know, there is some feel of direct contact, direct connection with the fish. I really enjoy. Should not be so hard. What did I do here? Did not fly out correctly, but let's wait and give it a shot. Fish number 3. We're landing this one because it's a bluegill. It's not gonna come off. Little bit of a ski on the surface. Taking too many casts again. Last challenge started out good. Then I was struggling to finish. One more on this. There's one more. Kind of cheating. Catching little bluegill to get rid of this one. Surprised I have to play them so much to eat such a little thing. I've caught fish very well with this lure before. Maybe in the spring when it doesn't matter. Hey, this fish is not that, this bluegill is not that bad. That's to 8 inches now. Let me tell you. Let me show you how to do it with the Keitech, folks. We're gonna catch 5 crappie real fast with the 2.0 number 8. Now this Keitech saw the inside of a few white bass. It's kind of roughed up a little bit and loose. I'll let them eat it. Put a new one after that. I'm still not gonna throw a perfectly good Keitech. It's not perfectly good, but it's good enough. Maybe we're in range. Plop. I put back the Luvius C2000S, the regular Luvius, not the ST. It has a little bit of resistance, but it has bigger gears than the STSF, and it's more powerful, and it's just easier to pull a 2-gram BG1 with a Keitech behind it. The STSF is good reel for twitching and catching bluegill, but it should not be used for any applications that require power. And pulling a 2-gram swim bait or some kind of spinners that has a lot of drag in the water, you're gonna wear the little STSF very quickly. Do not pull anything with the STSF, folks. STSF is strictly for twitching 1 gram BG1. Twitching 1 gram BG1. Yeah, you can go to 125, 1.5, but it's still twitching. You're twitching with the rod. Then you have slack, you reel the slack with the reel. And you're twitching with the rod and you reel the slack. It's different than you're doing nothing with the rod and you're pulling a 2-inch lure behind. You wear your gears very fast. And some of the gears inside the Luvias are plastic. The ones that move the spool up and down, those are plastic. They're plastic even in the big one, but they're bigger plastic. So no pulling big lures with the STSF. There you go. It's gonna be a nice crappie. Yeah, 2.0 number 8 with a Keitech is absolutely a crappie catching machine. I want to lift it though. It's not well. I want to net it. It's not well hooked, and sometimes it can be a struggle to find fish, not to catch them, but to find them. I want to make sure I catch my 5 fish pretty fast. Yeah, small one. I expected larger on the Keitech. Nevertheless, that was the first, maybe the second cast, and we connected. A little bit of slime here. I'm gonna push the slime down towards the jig head to give me scent. Sometimes I don't remove the slime, I keep the slime. Let it smell on crappie. What's wrong with that? 60 feet out. I'm not gonna get closer. I'm just gonna bomb it 60 feet. Wait for it to sink and then begin to retrieve. It's very deep though, I gotta wait. Yeah, this Luvias is very smooth really. It has a little bit of resistance, but you only feel a little bit extra resistance on the first 1 or 2 casts. After that, your brain adapts and it doesn't bother you anymore. And it's funny, the Keitech is bigger than the Chinese thing, and yet the crappie has more confidence. Maybe it's the scent, maybe it's the action, maybe it's the color, I don't know. They just hit it with more confidence. That's a bluegill, 8. That's a good bluegill, man. That is a good bluegill. First of all, it's over 8 inches. Second of all, it's growing this way and this way in the spring. They're skinny now, there's not a lot of food. They're long but skinny. In the spring, this fish will be heavy. This fish will be pushing a pound. Plop. I think that's a good enough cast. Look how this rod bends, man. I love this Beleza. The 6'2" is the best model. Sorry folks who bought the 6'5" and 6'8". More bigger is not always more better. Sometimes it is. This is crappie number 3. Let me land it with the big net, so the people in the other boat are jealous. I'm just kidding. I wish they didn't even see me, but I don't want to lose these fish because lifting them sometimes is the way to lose them. What is slapping on the back? Some cable or something? Alright, man, he's here already. It's funny. Design is important. Yeah, they will hit anything. That's true. But design is important is also true. This larger lure, these crappie have more confidence to hit than the little Chinese thing. I don't know if it smells, if it tastes. They just have more confidence. I'll go net this one too. Just to be safe, just to be safe. That's a good crappie actually. I don't know if it's gonna be 12 inches, but that's a good crappie. So easy. 2.0, number 8. Getting all kinds of pictures of this jig. People catching everything. Yeah, this fish is 12 inches. And we have one fish before we end the video. We already have 2. What is all this grass? Where did I pick up all this grass? Let's do it again. Let's do this one a little bit. Let's do this one a little bit over their nose instead of under their nose. That's too easy, folks. If you find fish, catching them with a Biju one and a Keitech is so easy. That's another nice crappie. That's another nice crappie. We will land this one. USS Liberty is still for sale, folks. I got a couple of emails saying they're interested in the boat, but one in California, one close to California. I need somebody closer to Tennessee, folks. I might drive 1 or 2 hours, but not more than that. Even that I don't want to drive because I have to be certain the sail will go through. This crappie is almost 12 inches, but 2 crappie is enough for my wife. She doesn't want to clean a bunch of fish. She wants to clean 1 or 2 fish, cook them right away. We eat them fresh, and that's it. You know, I don't know what's the difference between last time and this time. This time so much easier to catch the 15 fish. So much easier. The Keitech and the single dangly tail was the easiest to just get any kind of fish. The hairy dangly tail, it was pretty easy too, but I felt it was intimidating to the little bluegill. So you have to filter those out, and the only time I caught fish was when there was a bigger bluegill or a crappie, but it was still not very difficult. The float with the trout magnet and the other Chinese one, still it was not too difficult, but I had to play and dangle a little more, but all in all, much easier than last time. Anyway, that's a speculation, but I thought it was a good video. We ranted about a few things. This is the last rig that we used in the video. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye bye, guys.